Good day, ma'am. My name is Eliza Rose Sambale, under the class of BA333. So for today's discussion, I'm going to discuss what is apportionment. So apportionment is the process of dividing up seats in a legislature among different states or districts based on their calculation. So there are four methods under the apportion, which is the Hamilton method, Jefferson method, Webster method, and lastly the Huntington-Hill method. So I'm going to focus the Hamilton method. So while it aims to provide fair representation, it's not without its flaws. So here are some common issues, which is the Alabama paradox, population shifts, gerrymandering, and the mathematical limitation. So I'm going to use the Alabama paradox that connected to Hamilton method. So we have the step-by-step. The Hamilton method is a common apportionment method used to allocate seats at legislature based on population. So these are the step-by-step in order to solve your table problem. So number one is to calculate the total population, and number two, divide the total population by the total number of seats to be allocated, and number three, allocate seats to each state, and number four, lastly, to assign remaining seats. So in order to further understand our topic, I have the example here, which is the table. So this table presents the 29 seats that so based on the question, we are supposed to assume that the number of projectors to the portion increases from 28 to 29. So we have to solve it. So the first thing to do is we have to get the standard quota for this table. And that would be the total numbers we have to 5830 divided by 29 seats. And that would be 5830 divided by 29 seats equals 29. 201. 201.03. So we're just gonna copy the previous process, which is to have each state, we have to divide them to 29 seats, and that would be 840 divided by 29. That would be 4.178, and next is B. 196 divided by 29. 9.630, and capital C, 310 divided by 29, 1.542, and lastly the D, 2744 divided by 29, that would be 13,650. So we just have to add that together. So 4.178 added to 1.3630, 1.540, and 13,650, and the total will be 29. So as you can see, it connects to our total seats, right? So the next is lower total. We just have to disregard the excess decimal number. So we just have to copy the 4, 9, 1, and 13. Then add them together. That will be 27. So as you can see, we need 29 seats. So we need to solve the upper quota. So just like what I said earlier, we have to add each of the campus or each state. So 4 plus 1, that would be 5. 9 plus 1, that would be 10. 1 plus 1, 2. 13 plus 1 is 14. And add them together again. And that would be 31. So lastly, in order to get the Hamilton's method, you have to analyze the standard quota for this table, which has the largest decimal number. So as you observe, the 9.630 has the highest amount of them. So we have to circle this. Then we have to copy the lower quota, 4, and as you can see, I encircled this, so we don't have to copy the lower total, and that will copy the upper quota, and that would be 10. Then, again, lower quota, 1 and 13. So we have to add them together, and that would be 29.6. So that connects to our 6, which is the 29, and the 28. And as for the second example, a company operates 4 resorts labeled A, B, C, and D. Use Hamilton method to apportion 116 LED TVs to the resorts. So assuming we suppose the number of TVs to be apportioned increases from 116 to 107, and use the Hamilton method again. So first we have to calculate the total population or the guest room of the resort. So first is 23 plus 256, 182, and 301. That would be 762. So in order to get the standard quota, we have to divide the 116 from the total population of guest groups. So 762 divided by 116, and that would be 6.57. So let's proceed to get the standard quota of each of the resorts. So resort A, we'll get 23 divided by 6.57. That would be 3.501. And second, resort B, 256 divided by 6.57, 38,956. And resort C, 1 and 2 divided by 6.57, 27.702. For resort D, class D, 301 divided by the standard quota of 6.57, that would be 45.814. So for the lower quota, we have to disregard the excess decimal number from the standard quota. So copy will be 38, 27, and 45. So don't forget to total the standard quota and the lower quota. That would be 1155.973, and the total of the lower quota is 113. So as for our quota, we have to add 1 each of the resource from the lower quota. So B plus 1, 4, 38 plus 1, 39, 27 plus 1, 28, and 45 plus 1, 46. So add them together, and that would be 1177. So for the final method, we have to analyze the standard quota, so which has the highest decimal number, and that would be 956, 702, and 814. So since we circled the highest decimal number of standard quota, we have to copy the upper quota respondents. So 39, 28, and 46. And as for this row, we have to copy the lower quota because this is the lowest standard quota. So that would be 3. So add them together. So the result would be 116. So that connects to our 116 LED TVs. So for this table, we have to calculate and analyze if we distribute really well the 170s to each of the guest room of the resort. So first we have to get the standard quota. So that would be the total guest room of 762 divided by 17, and that would be 6.51. the next step, we have to divide the 6.51 to resort A. Guess room that will be 23. 23 divided by 6.51. 6.51. That would be 3.533. And for resort B, 256 divided by 6.51. 39. 324. And as for resort C, guess rooms 182 divided by 6.51 will be 27,957. And lastly, the resort keys of guest room, the total number of 301 divided by the standard quota of 6.51, that would be 46,237. And don't forget to add all the standard quotas. So 3.533 add to 39.324, add to 27.957, and lastly add to 46.237, and the result is 117.051. So to proceed to lower quota, again, we have to disregard the excess decimal number. So we have to copy the 3, 39, 27, and 46. 46. Then add them together again. That will be 115. So as per our limits, we have to add 1 to the lower quota. So 3 plus 1, 4, 39 plus 1, 40, 27 plus 1, 28, 46 plus 1, 47. Then add them together in our quota. That would be 117. No, sorry. That would be 119. And for the final method, we have to analyze again the standard quota of we have to analyze which has the largest amount of decimal number for this standard quota. So as you can observe, the 0.57 and the 0.533. So since we circle this 2, we have to copy the upper quota, 4 and 28. Since these 2 we did not circle this, so we have to copy the lower quota. So 39 and 46. So add them together, and the result will be 117, and that will be the result of 120 of LEDs TV of the result. So as we connect this to conclusion, does the Alabama paradox occur? So the answer would be no, because no resort does a TV when it changed from 116 to 17. So in conclusion, does the Alabama paradox occur? So the answer would be yes, because resort A lost a 1 LED base because of this method from 116 to 17 that changed from 3 to 4. And the rest has the same number of result. 39, 39, 28, 28, 46, and 46. Example number 3. Use Hamilton's method to find the appropriate apportionment if there are 70 representatives and 71 representatives. So we have 3 states here in the table. So we have state West figure 8, state North Elm, and state East Oak. So the first procedure is we have to calculate the total population of these 8 states. So that would be 239,500 added to 186,430 added to 217,980, and that would be 640,910. So in order to get the standard quota, we have to divide the 70 representatives from the total population of these states. And that would be 643,910 divided by 70 representatives. And the result will be 9,197,910. 98.714. So, for the West Hickory, we have to divide the standard quota of the population of West Hickory, which is 239,500, divided by 9198.714. So, 239 divided by the standard quota, 26.04. Next is North L, 186,430 divided by 9198.714, 20.27. Next is East O, 217,980 divided by standard quota 9198.714, 23.70. Then don't forget the total, all the standard quota. Add 26.04, 20.27, 23.70, and you have 70.01. So as for lower quota, we have to disregard the decimal number. So we have to copy the 26, 20, and 23. Then add them together. So that will be 69. And as for lower upper quota, we have to add each of the states lower quota, add just 1. So 26 plus 1, 27, 20 plus 1, 21, and 23 plus 1, 24. Then don't forget to add them together. 27 plus 21 plus 24, that would be 71. So for the last method, we have to analyze which has the largest decimal number from the standard quota. So as you observe, 0.70 is the highest decimal number amongst three states. So we have to copy since we circled the standard quota, we have to copy the upper quota, so 24. Then copy the lower quota without the circle number, 26 and 20. So add them together. 26 plus 20 plus 24, roughly 70 representative. So the next table, we have 71 representatives, each of the state. So first we have to get the standard quota. So 643, 9110 divided by 71 representative. That would be 9,069.155. So the next is we have to divide the population of West Hickory population of 239,500 divided by the standard quota of 9069.155. And the result is 26.41. And the next is North L, population 186,430 divided by the standard quota of 9069.155. Result is 20.56. And as for the last stage is East O, 217,980 divided by the standard quota of 9069.155. And that would be the 24, 04. And add them together. 26.41 add to 20.56 add to 24.04. And that will be the result, 71.01. So for the next step is lower quota. So as you can observe from the previous procedure, we have to disregard the excess decimal numbers. We have to copy the 26, 23, and 24. Then for upper quota, we have to add 1 each of the states. So 26 plus 1, 27, 20 plus 1, 21, 24 plus 1, 25. Then add them together. Get the lower quota. So 70 and 70. Then for the last method, we have to analyze which has the largest decimal number from the standard quota of 71%. So as you can observe, 15.56 is the highest decimal upper quota, which is the 21. And as for the lowest decimal number, we just have to copy the lower quota, 26, and for this 24. And we have to add them together. 26 plus 21 plus 24, that would be 71. So the result of this table, that connects our problem that we have to find. If there are 70 representative documents or question and 71 representatives connects to anyone. So in conclusion, does the Alabama paradox occur? So yes, because North-Out lost one representative when it changed from 70 to 71 representative. Why? Because from this table of 70, 26 and 26, they did not change at all. And 20 and 21, they changed. So that's the result of North-Out. And 24 and 24, they did not change. So this North-Out just lost one representative for this problem. Example number 4. Apportion 206 to the following 3 states, then reapportion 201 states to the states again, using Hamilton method again. So there are 3 states, which is Big Sky with a population of 9,400, Lone Star with a population of 90,300, and United with the 100,300 population. So first we have to calculate the total population of the 3 states. So 9,400 plus 9,300 plus 100,300 equals to 200,000. So in order to get the standard quota, we have to divide the total population of 3 states, which is 200,000, divided to 206. So 206 divided to total population 200,000, that would be 1,000 for the standard quota. So the first state, we have to divide the Big Sky state population 9,400 to the standard quota of 1,000. So 9,400 divided by 1,000, that would be 9.40. Then Lone Star 90,300 divided by 1,000 standard quota, 90.30. And United population 100,300 divided by 1,000, 100.30. Then add them together, that would be 200. So for lower quota, we have to disregard the decimal number, then we have to copy the whole number. So 9, 90, and 100. So the total of this lower quota is 199. Then as for upper quota, we have to add each of the states 1 for the lower quota. So 9 plus 1, 10. 90 plus 1, 91, and 100 plus 1, 101. Then add that together. 10 plus 91 plus 101, that will be 202. So for the final method, we have to analyze which has the highest number of decimal, which has the highest number of decimal number of the standard quota. So as you can observe, the 0.4 is the highest decimal number. So as for the final method, we have to copy the upper quota since this is the highest decimal number. So we have to copy this. So since this is the lowest decimal number, we have to copy the lower quota, 90 and 100. And that will result in 10 plus 90 plus 100, 200. So that connects 206. So the next step, we have to find if we distribute really well 206 for the G state. So first we have to get the standard quota. We have to divide the total population of 3 states divided by 201. That would be 995.02. So, the calculation of this ay 9,400 divided by the standard code of 995.02. That would be 9.45. Next is the Lone Star with the calculation of 90,300 divided by the standard code of 995.02, 90.75. And lastly, the United calculation of 100,300 divided by the standard code of 995.02, that would be the 100.80. So add them together, don't forget, that will be 201. And as for the lower quota, we have to disregard, Yes, we have to disregard the decimal number. So we have to copy the whole number 9, 90, and 100. So for the upper quota, don't forget to add 1 each of the state of the lower quota. So 9 plus 1, 10, 90 plus 1, 91, and 100 plus 1, 101. And add them together. That will be 200, 200, and 202. So the final method, we have to analyze which of the standard quota number has the highest decimal number. So as you can see, 75 and 80 has the highest decimal number. Since they are the highest decimal number, we have to copy the upper quota for this final method. So 91, 100, and since this is the lowest, we have to copy the lower quota, so 9. So 9 plus 91 plus 100, that would be 201. So this makes, this connects to the, we distribute really well the 201 representative to the H states and 200 representative to the P states. So in conclusion, does the Alabama paradox occur? The answer would be yes, because each state has lost 1 seat when it changed from 200 seats to 201 seats. So as you can observe, from the 200 seats of this table, from 10 it changed from 9 to 9, from 90 it changed to 91, and 100 it changed to 101. So in conclusion, each of the states lose a 1 seats. So for example 5, so 5 co-workers work together on a large design project. As a reward for their effort, their boss wishes to split 50 gift cards of equal value among the employees based on the amount of time spent on the project. The time in hours worked by each employee is listed in the following table. Suppose the number of gift cards to be apportioned increases from 50 to 51 and use Hamilton method again. So we have here the names of the employee and their time spent on their work. So first we have to calculate the total time of the employee. So 150 plus 170 plus 178 plus 295 and plus 104, and that would be 900. So before we proceed to get each of the employees standard quota, we have to first get the standard quota. So first we have to divide this total spend time of the employees to divided by the 50 gift cards. So 900 divided by 50 equals to 80. So in order to get each total number of the employee, we have to divide this into the standard quota, which is 150 divided by 18. That would be 833. 173 divided by 50. Divided by 18. 9.61. 78 divided by 18. 4.53. And 295 divided by 18. 16.39, and 204 divided by 18, 11, 1 each of the lower quotas. So 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10, 4 plus 1, 5, 16 plus 1, 17, and 11 plus 1, 12. So we just have to add them together. So the total of this lower quota will be 48, and for upper quota, 58. And as for the last method, you need to observe for the standard quota, you have to observe which has the highest decimal number. So as you can observe, 0.61 and 0.31 has the highest decimal number. So you have to circle them. Then, since they are the highest decimal number, we have to copy the upper quota number, then transpose it here in the final method. So 61, the respondent of the shown upper quota is 10, then for 39 is 20. Then since they are the lowest decimal number, we just have to copy the lower quotas, okay? 4 and 11. So then add them together. 15. So for this table, just have to analyze, we have to distribute, if we distribute really well the 51 gift cards to the employee. So we have to get the standard quota, which is first we have to divide the total time spent of the employee, which is the 900 divided by the 51. So the result will be 70.65. So next is 150 divided by the standard quota, 70.65, that would be 8.50. Next is 173 divided by the standard quota number is 17.65, 8.80, 9.80. Then 78 divided by standard quota 17.65, 4.42, and 295 divided by 17.65, 16.71, and lastly 204 divided by the standard quota, which is 17.65, that will be 11.56. So you have to add this together in order to get the total. So the result will be 50.99. So as you can observe, the previous procedure we just have, in order to get the lower quota, we just have to disregard the excess decimal number. So we have to copy decimal number 8, 9, 4, 16, and 11. Then add them together. That will be 48. So add 1 each of the lower quota results. So 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 4 plus 1, 5, 16 plus 1, 17, and 11 plus 1, 12. Then add them together. It will be 53. So, and as for the final method, we have to analyze which has the highest decimal number of the standard quota. So as you can see, 0.80, 0.71, and 0.56 has the largest decimal number. So we have to circle them. Only 0.80, 0.71, and 0.56. Then we have to copy their corresponding upper quota, which is 10, and transpose this to the final method, 10, 17, then 56, 12. Then since they are the lowest quota number, so 50, or the lower quota 80, 8, then 4. Then add them together, that will be 51 gift cards. So as you can see that Jack receives 8 gift cards from the first method. Then for the from the portion, then the second meal portion, he still received 8 gift cards. And for Kim, she received 10 gift cards. Then as for the second apportionment, she still received 4 gift cards. And as for Mark, he received 17 gift cards. And as for the portion of the table, he still received 17 gift cards. And as for Nancy, from the first portion of the gift cards, she only received 11. And since we reapportioned accordingly the gift card, she is now receiving 12. So, in conclusion, does the Alabama card is offered? Yes, because Nancy receives a 1, I lose 1,